What? Yeah. 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 What?
Yo. What up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are back at it, guys, talking post-fight results. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. Listen, I told you that after this fight was done, your stomach won't sit right, you won't sleep right, you won't dream right, you won't wake up in the right state of mind. This one was hard, tough, and if you are a Spence fan, this is like seeing a family member get massacred in the boxing ring. Guys, welcome to the channel. I am T-Dub, Mr. Whatsblazing the Sports. I am back at like a crack addict, giving you boxing geek at this work. I'm gonna call my boy Johnny. Some of you guys might not know Johnny. I'm gonna call my boy Johnny. He is down there in the Dallas, Texas environment right now. The Dallas and Houston, Texas environment. You know, he'll be back in a couple of days, but he's down there right now, and I'm gonna call him to get the temperature of what's going on down there. And guys, just to let you know, man, my boy Johnny, we've been friends for years. He does have autism, all right? So, real functional still, knows his sport, still love boxing, which is why me and him, you know what I'm saying, are really friends for real. I'm gonna call him. We're gonna talk about this boxing a little bit. We're gonna get into it, man. Matter of fact, let me give me a second, guys. Put a little music on, and we're gonna call Johnny, man. We're gonna call Johnny. So give me a second. Let me turn the music up. I'm gonna call Johnny.
What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah.
All right, yo, God, listen, I got my boy on the line. I got Johnny. Some of you guys might remember Johnny. He's been on the channel a few times. I was telling them Johnny is from St. Louis, but he is down there in the Texas environment. Johnny, what's up, man? Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, T-Dub? T-Dub?
Yes, sir. Now, Johnny, this is the morning after. How are people? What are people talking about down there about this fight? Like, what are they saying?
It's crazy down there. It's crazy. They round. They excited for the fight, but they didn't think the fight was gonna go down like that. Terence Crawford beating them down and beating them like he's nobody, and beating him down like he's an easy opponent or something. So like that. So I didn't think he was gonna be that easy, but he fought him like he was gonna be like it easy. So you gotta have your mindset, and he was more focused. Ever been focused? He never been forced. So you know what I'm saying?
You know what, Johnny, man. You know, hey, shout out to my boy James Valder. What's up, James? What's up, man? James, bro, I gotta give my boy Jay a little respect. He always come in and smash. Let me do this for you, James. I don't do this too often anymore, but I'm gonna add my boy James, man, as a moderator on this team, man. Let's go. There you go, James. I got you, James. All right, so Johnny, listen, man. You know, I told people, I said, man, me and Johnny, we made this bet probably 2 or 3 years ago, and it was like basically like a trade bet. Like I gave you Canelo one fight, and then the next fight you gave me Terence Crawford. So that's how come I ended up getting, you know, Terence Crawford, and you got Errol Spence. And you know what? And to be honest, Johnny, even though we made that bet, me and you both were saying Terence Crawford's gonna win. Cause you know, think about it, like we both kind of believed that he was gonna win, but just not in this fashion.
Yeah, we both kind of know he's gonna win. He was an aggressive fighter, but he came with a different style and beat him every time and counterpunch. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know he known for counterpunch, but
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, Terence Crawford. See, and I was talking to Miss ELD. She's a subscriber to the channel. She called in live on the show last night, and she was going for Errol Spence, and then I was saying, hey, because she said Terence shouldn't trade with Spence because that's when Spence would be at his best. But I said, wait a minute. I said Terence Crawford get most of his knockouts when you trade. He's a really good, phenomenal counterpuncher, and he's lethal. Like, to think about it, Johnny, Terence Crawford is lethal. If he catch you with them counter shots, he can put you down.
He can.
He put Errol Spence down in the second round. He put him down. Caught him with an uppercut and another shot. Put him down, Johnny. Put him down. I'm gonna say this, Johnny, that I like both. I still like both of these fighters, and to be honest, at the time I was more of a cheering for Errol Spence, even though I felt Terence Crawford's gonna win. So I was like, you know, in just that tough spot, right? I kind of like how Errol Spence, you know, to bounce back from all these accidents and win. Yeah. And but man, you breaking up, Johnny? You breaking up?
I ain't say nothing. Go ahead. I ain't say nothing.
Okay. And but man, like Johnny, I'm gonna be straight honest. It was almost as if Errol Spence Jr., his camp, they didn't even have a plan. It was like, just go out there and do what you've been doing, but it wasn't like an actual plan. And when they interviewed Terence Crawford said they actually had a plan. He said they knew that Errol Spence Jr. sets everything up off the jab. So they want to take away his best attribute, which was his jab, and they took it away. And the way they took it away, Johnny, is Terence Crawford was throwing a faster, harder, more accurate jab than Spence, and Spence couldn't get out the way. He couldn't.
Yeah.
Man, listen. It's like Spence didn't have a defense. Maybe because he's not used to fighting southpaws. Johnny, Terence Crawford is known for switching from right foot to left foot, southpaw. But he normally starts out as an orthodox fighter, which is a right-handed fighter, and then he'll switch to southpaw and he'll take over. But I noticed with Terence Crawford, most of the time when he fight a left-hand fighter, he don't switch. He stays left-handed. And remember, Errol Spence Jr. is naturally a left-handed fighter. Terence Crawford turned to a left-hand fighter, and he did better as a left-handed fighter against a naturally left-handed fighter who's been doing it his whole boxing career. And those are facts.
He came in to fight a little arrogant. Errol Spence came in to fight a little arrogant, thought he was gonna beat him. See, that arrogant got him beat up and got him ripped apart. That arrogant did. He came in to fight a little arrogant.
You know, Johnny, part of me think that when they did the weigh-in, and I didn't really I did a video about it, but I didn't say the name. But part of me, I said, you know what? I said I saw a little bit chink in one of the fighters' armor, and I didn't want to tell people, but Errol Spence Jr. at the weigh-in, he was telling Terence Crawford, say, you need to thank me for making this fight happen. Like, to me, I was thinking like, oh no, that's not good talk. To me, that's almost signs of you realize what you up against, and you could possibly, and I could be wrong, but to me it was just out of the characteristic of Terence Crawford, who didn't say anything about it. He avoided the conversation. He pretty much like, I made it, blah blah blah. We get the fight, did whatever it takes. But it just made me think that maybe he was a little worried, because this was the fight of fights, and it was going to be the biggest fight of his career. But man, what do you think about that, Johnny? Johnny. All right. His phone goes in and out, so I'm gonna keep cooking. After this fight, guys, you guys see that picture? You guys see that picture, man? You guys see that picture? All right. Errol Spence Jr.
I mean, it wasn't a fight. Go ahead.
Errol Spence Jr., Johnny, like, I have never seen his face look like. You know what? The only other time I seen Errol Spence Jr. face, kind of swollen, is when he fought Sean Porter. The way he looked after this fight, and the way his eye looked, Errol Spence Jr., he's kind of gained a reputation for hurting people's eyes, the eye snatcher. But to be honest, he could possibly have something wrong with his eye. Errol Spence could possibly have a fracture or something with his orbital bone. That left eye of his, it don't look good.
He could, the way he was getting beat up.
Johnny, it wasn't close, Johnny. It wasn't, listen, it was so bad that I promise you, I was feeling sad, because, I just didn't want this level of a beatdown by either one of these guys. And it wasn't close. Terence Crawford didn't even seem like he had to really get to his max. He was just like in cruise control. He never got tired. He never cracked a sweat. Let me see. James Valdez says 2 more fights for Bud with PBC, rematch with EJ at 154 with Mel Charlo at 154 undisputed. And Johnny, that reminds me is that they do have a rematch clause, and it has to take place by the end of this year. That means we're going to see a rematch, because Errol Spence Jr. said he wants the rematch, and it got to take place by December. But the thing is, Johnny, that it won't be at 147 pounds. It will most likely be at 154 pounds, which means that the undisputed titles that Terence Crawford have right now, when he does fight Errol Spence Jr. again, those belts won't be on the line. Like, the dream of Errol Spence Jr. ever becoming a welterweight undisputed is over. By him moving up in weight, it is over. This next fight will only be for revenge. Self-respect. Listen, he got to be, Johnny, Errol Spence Jr., and this is my thought.
Thanks. Go ahead.
When you lose a fight like this, when you lose a fight like this, Johnny, in front of the world, like in front of the world, all cameras. I mean, it was easy, Johnny. It was like being schooled. It was like a 12th grader fighting a 6th grader, and he was toying with him, Johnny. Like Terence Crawford was putting serious work in on Errol Spence Jr. in the 7th round. He dropped Errol Spence Jr. twice in the 7th round. In the 8th round, he came out and he didn't do nothing against Errol. He let Errol survive. He would let Errol wing these slow shots, leaving his arm. He let him survive a whole round. Now, he didn't back up from Errol. He just stood his ground. He made Errol move. He made Errol back up. He let him survive. And then the 9th round, he came out and he was going for the gusto again. He was throwing the big shots, landed the big shots. Before the referee jumped in, stopped the fight, and said, "I've seen enough," and he stopped it to protect Errol Spence Jr. It was bad, Johnny. It was bad. I'm talking from the end of round one for the whole fight. It was bad.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
I tell the people when you saw me. We're not gonna say his name, but remember the time when I sparred somebody and I was like really landing these crazy shots. How did that sparring match go when you saw it?
They just went like that. It kind of looked like the Terence Crawford fight.
What was I doing? Like what was I doing, and what was the other guy like? How did that sparring match go? We're not gonna say his name, but it starts with a T. How did it? What did you see when I was sparring that day against him?
You was counting him and that's taking him to school.
Taking now was I a lot faster? Did I get hit much? John, I think your phone going out.
I'm here.
Did I get hit much in that sparring match?
You didn't get hit at all.
No, but was I hitting him a whole lot? A whole lot.
You was hitting him a whole lot more than he was trying to hit you.
And think about it, Johnny. I was inside fighting, outside fighting. I was doing it all when I did. Johnny, this was like that, but it was like that on steroids. He was doing what I did then, but it was like doing it better. Getting the knockdowns, bruising his face up. You know, it was sad, Johnny. I'm telling you, man. Like, listen, if you were an Errol Spence Jr. fan, man, like this was heartbreaking. And it was. I picked Terence Crawford to win. I thought Terence Crawford was gonna win. I was still sad the way Errol Spence Jr. lost, and that's facts. Bud was patient and composed, smart and technical, precise on to the T. Facts. Hey, James Valdez in the chat room, he said this. He said Bud, which is Terence Crawford, was patient and composed, smart and technical, precise to the T. He was. And another thing that was bad, Johnny, is that Errol Spence Jr., he couldn't make adjustments. Or if he tried to make adjustments, it just didn't work. Look, the Errol Spence Jr. fans are so mad that even the dog can't take it. The dog barking. He's like, this is messed up.
Yeah.
Check his glove. The dog saying, check his glove. He double stacking tape wrap. But shout out to my guy. Remember, I'm on the line with Johnny, man. Me and Johnny friends, go back for years now. We trained together. I seen him spar. We seen me spar. We did work together. Johnny's a really good friend of mine, guys. Shout out to my boy Johnny on the line. Glad to have Johnny back in this thing. But Johnny, like I said, man, Errol Spence, like it was bad. Like even though, go ahead, champ. Talk to the people.
I ain't saying that. Go ahead.
Okay. The bad thing about this, Johnny, is that Errol Spence Jr., he did try a little subtle changes. He tried to change it a little bit. Nothing worked. Like, nothing worked. If he stayed on the outside, he was getting picked apart with shots. If he tried to work his way in with punches, he was getting counterpunched. If he just said, forget it, I'm going to rush Terence Crawford, he got hit more. It no matter what he did, if he's on the outside, he got hit. He came in, he got hit. He tried to rush in and be a bully, got hit even more. He was getting hit so much that I don't think he saw half the punches coming. Credit to Errol Spence Jr. for getting up. But man, Johnny, listen, it was like Terence Crawford was putting Errol Spence Jr. face through a meat grinder. His fist was grinding up Errol Spence Jr. face. He was hitting Errol Spence Jr. to the body with some, clean body shots, man. Johnny, this is one of the first times that I can say that Errol Spence Jr. nothing was going. When I say nothing was going his way. When he did get inside, I would say by round four, Errol Spence Jr. was already looking like he was in the 15th round of a 15 fight. A 15 round of a fight. And he was looking tired. He was looking beat up. He was looking bruised. And then when you look at Terence Crawford, it looked like the guy looked like second round one, second one, the whole fight. Terence Crawford had no bruises that I can see. No scars that I can see. Not even really cracked a sweat. Errol Spence Jr. looked like he was jumped. He looked like he was jumped by 3 people. It was bad, Johnny.
It was bad.
It was bad, man. And listen, I'm not talking about Michael Jackson bad. I ain't talking about bad to the bone. No, it was bad, man. And he at least right now he said he wants to rematch. Johnny, they said the rematch gotta happen by December. I don't know if Errol Spence Jr. can make the necessary changes and make those changes to be muscle memory by December to get a different result. I just don't know, man. This has got to be a respect bout that even if he lose, he just probably has to do better than he did in this fight.
What if he make the adjustments and make changes? What if he do, Trey?
Well, if he makes adjustments and he makes changes, it's still going to be extremely tough for Errol Spence Jr. because he's going to be in a ring with somebody who can make adjustments and changes on the fly in the ring. So if Errol Spence Jr. does make adjustments, and he needs to make a lot of adjustments, Johnny, listen, I'm flat out in this boxing match, Errol Spence Jr. had no defense for the jab. None at all. Terence Crawford jab was destroying him. He was reaching for shots. When you reach for shots, remember when we used to always say that, if you reach, I teach. If you reach for a shot, Terence Crawford was counter-punching him like crazy. He just had no defense. He was too slow. He just wasn't good at all. Johnny, out of Terence Crawford's career, of all the fighters I ever seen him fight, all of them, this was his easiest fight. This was his most dominant fight in his career against a unified champion for undisputed. Terence Crawford is now undisputed. He took all the 3 belts off of Errol Spence Jr. and he had his own belt. He is now undisputed, and it is the first time it ever happened at 147 pounds in history. He is instantly Hall of Famer. Instantly, listen, Terence Crawford is finna kick somebody out that top 10 of all time. At the pace he is going, he is finna kick somebody out that top 10 of all time, and he probably coming for that top 5. Terence Crawford, bro, like he is as good as they get. Definitely in our era. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button for your boy. I appreciate it. We working. Hey, Johnny, we working this morning, Johnny. Hey, we got Johnny back on What's Blazing the Sports, man. Hey, Johnny, how's it feel to be back, man? You live with the people. How's it feel? You broke up, Johnny.
That's a Terence Crawford all time. Make improvements and all that. Okay.
Do you think Errol Spence Jr. You think he can make the improvements to win the next fight? You might have broke up. I think you. Are you there?
Can it be a better fight? Yeah.
Here's the thing about the rematch. Errol Spence Jr. dream about being undisputed at welterweight is pretty much over. He's going to move to a new division, and with no titles, and possibly he could possibly get his first loss at a new division by rematching Terence Crawford. Errol Spence Jr., Johnny, when you lose in this fashion, I said it last night too. When you lose in this fashion, what's up, Money? Money says y'all would gain 50 pounds this year from eating crow. Hey, listen, man. I ain't eat no crow. Johnny, I do a crow list. I still got that list right here, man. Like on the crow list, Johnny, is when people come to my live stream and they pick a winner, right? A winner or a loser. If you pick it in the chat room, you go on my list that's going to be etched in stone forever. Now it's going to be on this video too, forever. And if you're right, you're going to have bragging rights. You deserve, listen, I'm being honest. I'm not with the shaking hand sportsmanship. I'm not how they make boxers do. They make boxers talk smack to each other all the way up to the fight, want to almost fight each other. Then after the fight, you got to be like, well, it was a gunfight. No, man, you won. This is what you fought. You won. Listen, as fans, we got to brag, man. As fans, this is your moment. If you get it right, you get to brag. And the first person that was on that list yesterday was Money Manifestation. Manifesting, yeah. He said they're gonna be eating 50 pounds of crow this year. Hey, so are you saying, Money, that they just ate 25 pounds of it and they're gonna eat another 25? Because the rematch gotta be by the end of this year. They gotta turn around and fight again by the end of this year. And since it's pretty much, you can almost call it August, September, October, November. Most likely it'll be in December. But it'll be around mid-December or close to the end of it. Errol Spence Jr. face has to heal, guys. His face has to heal. Errol Spence could have a fractured orbital bone. And I don't even know if anybody pointed that out yet. They might do it if they listen to my video, and they might do a video and say the same thing. But I don't know if anybody said it. He might have a fractured orbital bone.
Okay.
And Johnny, hey, let me ask you a question. Terence Crawford says that he also wants to fight Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo, he is in the same camp as Errol Spence Jr. They have the exact same trainer. And if you look at them, Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence Jr., they actually fight like each other. They're in the same camp, same trainer, so I understand. Terence Crawford says he wants to move up and fight Jermell Charlo. Do you think this Terence Crawford could beat Jermell Charlo at 154 for all the belts again? You broke up, champ. You broke up. Until he comes back, this Terence Crawford would beat Jermell Charlo. I don't know if it'd be as decisive as he beat Errol Spence Jr. Because Errol Spence Jr. He fought in a southpaw stance, which is crazy to say against Terence. That was probably a disadvantage. I think Jermell Charlo is an orthodox fighter. But I think Jermell Charlo, and you know what? And that's only speaking now because if Jermell Charlo fights Canelo, and if Canelo severely beats and KO Jermell Charlo, then I think Terence Crawford will beat him way more decisively. If Terence Crawford, if Jermell Charlo beats Canelo, I don't see that happening. It's hard for me to say. I don't see it happening. What up with it? Valquez, what's up? It's a perfect boxing night yesterday. Congratulations to the new unified champion. Hopefully, we can get to see rematch. What do you think about Canelo Charlo? El Americano. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo?
Charlo fighting Kamala.
He said, what do you think about? What do you think about? Remember, Jermell Charlo, he is only 154 pounds, but he is undisputed champion at 154. But he's going to fight Canelo. He's going up 2 weight divisions to fight Canelo at 168 for all of Canelo's titles. Remember, Jermell Charlo is the smaller of the twin brothers. The other one is bigger, but he's going through some mental things right now. Do you think Jermell Charlo can move up 2 weight divisions and beat Canelo?
Well, he's fastest, though. He's fastest. So he might have some little difficulties in that fight, but we'll see.
I'm going to be honest.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be honest. Jermell Charlo going to do his best. Canelo going to break him.
Canelo going to break him?
He's going to break him. He's going to break him.
So that's not a smart fight.
Well, it's a good money fight. But, Johnny, because here's the thing. Jermell Charlo, he's not a fast-footed fighter. He's not going to be moving. He's not going to be agile. He is going to have a high defense and work on the jab. But we have never seen Jermell Charlo power at 168. A lot of times when these fighters, Johnny, when they jump up 2 weight divisions like that, unless you are a Manny Pacquiao, some kind of freak of nature, the power is not what it was at your natural weight class. You just cannot jump up 2 weight classes and have the same power, effective power that you was having at 154 and have that same effect on guys at 168. Canelo has a good chin. Check. Canelo is a good counter puncher himself. Check. Canelo is very elusive and slippery and don't allow shots to land with the upper body movement. Check. If this is where 2 guys who don't really have grass feet and they're gonna be able to touch each other, I gotta go with the guy who has hurt bigger people and a little bit better at it. Man, listen, I got Canelo winning, man. I got Canelo winning.
I understand you got him winning. With that, yeah.
He might stop him, or the referee might stop it. He might stop him, or the referee might stop him. I don't know that for sure, but I can say right now, the middle rounds for Jermell Charlo, it's gonna get super ugly. And Johnny, about this fight last night, I'm gonna find it on my long 3-hour feed. I told everybody, I said, you know what? I don't see no stoppage for this fight by round 7, but I said around about round 9, maybe 10, I can see somebody starting to get stopped. And that's exactly what happened. Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford was putting so many hands on Errol Spence Jr. He probably thought it was 3 people jumping him. He probably thought the referee was sneaking some licks in when he could. He was getting hit so flush with shots that he did not see coming. And the referee jumped in and stopped it. And it was not a bad stoppage. It was not an early stoppage. It was not even a competitive fight. From the last minute of the first round to all the way to the fight, Terence Crawford was in complete control. He dominated him. He dominated Earl, and I just never thought I would say that. Not in that fashion. I never thought I would say that. But he did, Johnny. He did just that.
Yeah.
He was trying to put Errol Spence Jr. in the dirt. when Errol Spence Jr. was on the outside, Terence Crawford jab was lighting him up. Errol Spence Jr. face could not get. Matter of fact, I'm gonna point out everything I saw wrong. And the thing about it is, and I'm gonna let people know, Johnny, you know, I used to be a boxer, then I turned to be a trainer. I have a really good mind for this. I'm not saying I'm the best mind, but I think I have a really good mind of spotting things. And sometimes when I can see such an advanced fighter make these mistakes, it's like, come on, you gotta make adjustments. And there's two, Johnny, there's two critical adjustments that Errol Spence Jr. did not make. The two critical adjustments that Errol Spence Jr. did not make. He did not stop chasing Terence Crawford. He should have started cutting the ring off. He didn't do it. He did not keep his head off the center line. That means he stood right in front of Terence Crawford and came right at Terence Crawford in a straight line that allowed Terence Crawford to not miss. He should have been moved. He should have been coming in at angles left, angles right. Even if his body's coming in forward, the upper body got to be slipping in. He had no head movement. He came in a straight line. He did not cut the ring off. He had no defense. He had no answers. It's like if the teacher gave Errol Spence Jr. a math test. They gave him 10 questions to answer. When Errol Spence Jr. got done with that test and he turned it in to the teacher, and the teacher looked at the paper, and she realized that the paper looked just like what it did before she gave it to him. It had no writing on it. And she would have asked Errol Spence Jr., what is this? He said, I got no answer for these problems. He had no answer for the problems that Terence Crawford was giving him inside that ring.
Well, he was giving him problems. He
A lot
was
of
taking him to school. He was taking him to school. He was giving him problems.
Yes.
He was trying to make it. He was making it difficult for Errol Spence.
Extremely.
Extremely.
Well, Johnny, I'm going to get ready to go hang with the kids. I want to go live. I definitely want to do a video. We got to do more of these chats. Because think about, Johnny, people don't know it, but me and you talk about boxing every day, right? Don't we call on the phone and talk almost every day about boxing?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to start, like, next time when I start doing these videos at home, I'm going to see if I can do, like, a schedule, maybe at least, like, 30 minutes do a schedule. That way I can hopefully give people, like, a set time, because when I'm at work, I can't give a set time. I just got to go live. And we're going to start giving these people a little bit of work, call you in and talk about it. But hey, Johnny, man, I really appreciate you rocking out with me, man. I'll see you when you get back, maybe Tuesday, and we'll go for the champ.
Okay.
All right, big dog. All right, guys, that's my boy.